Induction cooking is the one method of cooking that does not involve the direct transfer of heat from one device to another device to heat the food. With induction, heat is generated within the bottom of the device or vessel containing the food, which then heats the item. Let's explain this concept. In comparison, when using a conventional stovetop, you turn on the gas or electric burner and place an item such as a skillet or pot on top of it. Via convection, thermal or heat energy begins to be absorbed by the item placed on top of the burner due to the direct contact to the heat source. Once enough heat energy has been absorbed, items can then be placed within the skillet or pot and can be cooked. So how is induction different? With induction cooking, there is a magnetic field built into the cooking device, such as a stovetop, under the area where the vessel that will complete the cooking of the food is to be placed. We will use a skillet in our example as the vessel for cooking. The skillet must be made from a magnetic material. A great example is an iron skillet. Once the iron skillet is placed on the stovetop, a magnetic current will run through the skillet, which then creates the resistance. This resistance is what generates the heat. The heat is generated where the resistance occurs, in the base of the skillet, causing the bottom of the skillet to become hot. The stovetop does not encounter any resistance, so it does not become hot. Once the skillet is removed from the stovetop, the resistance is no longer present. While the skillet still remains hot as any heated device would, the stovetop will be cool to the touch. Induction stoves are usually more expensive than traditional electric or gas stoves initially, but they are typically more cost-effective once put into use. And because temperature changes can be finely adjusted instantly, many chefs prefer them even over gas devices. Induction stoves are also considered to be very safe as compared to traditional thermal cooking methods, since once the cooking vessel is removed from the stove, the burner returns to room temperature as the stovetop itself is not actually heated. Notice how the ice is not melted outside of the pot of boiling water, yet it is placed on the same burner as the pot with the cutaway, allowing you to be able to see the water boiling. Remember, only magnetic cooking utensils will be effective on an induction stovetop. This does not necessarily mean that you are limited in how or what you can cook. There are many utensils out there designed specifically for induction cooking, and you can also be creative as well. For example, if you wanted to melt chocolate for baking, you could place a glass container within an iron skillet filled with water, and via the conduction and convection methods of heat transfer, once the skillet became hot enough to heat the water would then heat the glass dish and the chocolate would then melt.